there? Ooh.
Hey, we
Ooh.
started recording. Look at that.
Hey, we are live. We are live.
As live as we can be.
I mean, I feel alive. How are you? Are you feeling alive?
100%. 100%.
You had a full training day yesterday, so that's why you have the day off, or what's cracking in your neck of the woods?
Oh, dude, I have had an insane amount of full training days for the last 3 months. That's why I have a day off.
Is a full training day like 4 hours of exertion in a day, or 6, or what does a full training day consist of?
Shoot, man, a full training day. What does that consist of? Usually my fullest days are usually Wednesdays and Fridays. So like we'll just go with a typical Friday. It might be swim from 7:30 to 9 a.m. Do a 30 to 45 minute easy bike ride at about 11 a.m. Immediately get off the bike and do a 7-mile uphill tempo run. So that normally lasts about an hour and 5 minutes. And then do a 90-minute lifting session in the afternoon. So call it.
That was like 8 hours.
It's like 5. It's like 5 hours of actual training, and then throw in some and then throw in if I have like a sports medicine appointment to treat a niggling injury or something like that, and then throw in every night I sit in a pair of Normatec recovery compression boots for an hour that squeeze my legs to oblivion to try and flush out some fatigue and toxins and stuff. But
it's like foam rolling without having to lie on the ground and do it yourself.
Yeah, but I also foam roll just about every day as well. So So yeah.
Did you do a lot of Did you do a lot of trigger pointing, triggering with like a lacrosse ball, or?
Yeah, I do a lot. I use just a standard foam roller most of the time, but I'll do some triggering with like a lacrosse ball, or I have a little massage gun called a Hypervolt. That's made by a company called Hyperice. It's basically it looks like a handgun, and it basically vibrates and pounds into these little trigger point muscles and stuff, so I can target little areas like my calf, or I can have a lot of issues with like my TFL on my hip and stuff like that I use it for.
Well, Kyle, yesterday was National Vibrator Day, so I understand all these tools have. I get. Hey, Kyle, we did say last time we were going to start this off by asking each other, what are you wearing today?
Oh yeah. Forgot about.
What are you wearing? Good looking.
Forgot about that. I am so.
Are you rocking?
I'm so.
Are you rocking a Bubba Burger shirt again?
I am actually not rocking a Bubba shirt today. I am extremely professional.
Okay.
With I say that with ultimate sarcasm. I probably have some decent bedhead. I am wearing a Ralph Lauren sweatshirt that has USA across the chest. I figured.
Wow.
I figured we had to. I had to wear some sweats today, given that we did decide on a name for our little, which we'll get into in a hot second. But yeah, so I'm wearing a Ralph Lauren sweatshirt, and then hopefully, if people can actually see my my sweatpants, then I have the camera at a very, very bad angle. But I am also wearing a pair of sweatpants that are made by a Canadian company that makes really, really comfy stuff called Roots. My girlfriend got them for me since she's Canadian, and she's like, you're dating a Canadian, you got to have something made by a Canadian company. So yeah, that's
David upstairs. Can we have confirmation that his sweatshirt is Ralph Lauren? We need confirmation that you know the brands that you're wearing, because I'm impressed.
I know it's Ralph. I know it's Ralph Lauren because I got this sweatshirt. It was in my Ralph Lauren duffel bag, which was jammed full of stuff from Ralph Lauren that we got at the Paralympic Games last year. So
yeah, I wouldn't have a clue on what brand of anything that I'm wearing. So I'm gonna say, first of all, shout out to wearing the sweatshirt and shout out to wearing the sweatpants. I was told recently when I was doing a podcast with Abdias that my room that I'm recording in right now looks like I'm in like Tommy Lee's basement or in his house, like just with all the instruments around me.
Oh, nice.
And it looks like I said there's strippers on the floor as well. So I'm basically looking. I've got jeans on. I've got a leather jacket on. I'm looking like I'm about to go play a concert.
Oh, excellent.
Is what I'm rocking, and I'm rocking some shades.
Awesome.
Just to because blind dudes can wear shades inside and get away with it.
That we can. I actually, funnily enough.
So that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah, funnily enough, I do have a on my over here on my. To the left hand side of my desk, I have a pair of Oakley sunglasses that have duct tape over the. I'll go ahead and grab them and.
Oh, those look good, dude.
Yeah, thank you. Let me go ahead and slap them on here. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So they have duct tape. They have black duct tape over the lenses, and that's because, in triathlon, I'm required to wear, because I'm totally blind, this makes absolute sense. I'm required to wear glasses that actually black out all the light, since so that I can't cheat and see where I'm going.
Wait, are you really?
Yeah, that actually is a thing
for all of your competitions.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's actually really interesting.
Yeah, so that's only a rule for the totally blind athletes. So like that way, like, if someone was to go in and be like, yeah, I'm totally blind,
like me,
yeah, but they actually have some light perception, or like they are just totally lying and they can see. Yeah. And this levels the playing field for at least that classification.
So if I wore those glasses, I could compete as in the totally blind category?
Technically, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Kyle, I'm coming for you, man. I'm coming for you. Watch your back, buddy.
Yeah. Fun times, man. I'm not too worried about you, Jared.
Uh-oh.
That's probably too much of a barb.
No, you're man. Good. You're good.
You put your mind to it enough. I'd be scared of you. No, that's
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be scared of me at all. I'd be scared of me in other things, but not swimming and running and cycling. I wouldn't worry too much.
Yeah. So yeah, I got that. I got that pair of Oakley sunglasses, and then on my right hand, I got this. I got a pair of sunglasses from a company called Samarpo. Don't worry, I'd never heard of them either. They just sent me this pair of sunglasses for free to test out. So they're also a wetsuit company. And these apparently are very very exciting looking. David from upstairs, Godber, or should we just call him God?
He is the God upstairs.
God upstairs. Can we get confirmation? God from above. God from above. Can we get confirmation that these are actually like fun-looking sunglasses? Apparently, they're very colorful.
Hey, 2020 up there. How we looking? No, but so when you're swimming in the pool, like, are you swimming in a pool in the morning with lanes?
I am. Yep.
Does that because when you're doing your races, there aren't lanes like a pool, are there?
No. So when we're racing, we race in.
You're in like the ocean.
Yeah,
like
we're
water.
in open water. So we're in like a lake or a river or a bay or the ocean.
So do lanes annoy you?
Oh yeah.
Because lanes annoy me. I mean,
yeah.
I love swimming. I love swimming laps, but you're not really swimming with intensity, worrying about going under a lane, hitting the lane, all of those things. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just a me thing, but how do you feel about them?
I mean, the lanes annoy me personally.
Yeah.
But fortunately, like I swim in an actual Olympic sized swimming pool. Here at the training center, and we have our own designated times to swim. So I actually get to swim in my own lane, so I don't have to worry about
stay in your lane, Kyle.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what I'm told. And our lane ropes are actually, so the lane ropes that they use for like swimming competitions are extremely big and heavy, and if you smack your hand against them, they really hurt. But my lane is like 3 meters wide, maybe more, and it's pretty hard to go. I mean, I have gone under the lane line before, but it's pretty hard to go under the lane line. Then what I have found more annoying until I moved to the training center, started training here, was when I would swim at just a regular gym swimming pool or something like that. I had to like count my strokes a bunch so that I knew when the wall was coming. Otherwise, just plow into the wall.
Have you had one of those, like a bad accident?
I've had a couple where I've like smashed my head into the wall and like, seen some stars.
That must have been nice.
Definitely like gashed my hand open on a wall, running into the wall or the lane line or something. But
that's your version of stargazing.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it.
But no. So since moving to the training center, to prevent that from happening as much as possible, it still happens on occasion. But to prevent that as much as possible, we actually set up these hoses at either end of the lane line with like a sprinkler head on them, and we basically spray the lane with about 3 meters out from the wall, like have this just stream of water pouring down, so that as I'm swimming, if when I feel the water, I know, okay, I'm about 2-3 meters out from the wall. Get ready to crash and turn around. So,
are you doing those crazy turns that they do in like Olympic swimming, when they're doing when they're swimming in lanes?
I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
Flip turn. I mean,
turns. Yeah.
I could probably learn to do it.
Yeah, but you're like, they're going off of when they know the wall's coming to do that, right?
Yeah. I mean, and technically, if I like with the way that we have our hoses and stuff set up, I technically could learn the timing and stuff. Yeah. And then in pool competitions for blind athletes, they do flip turn as well, but they have someone that stands at the end of each lane and taps them to let them know, hey, time to flip turn. But yeah, but because I race in open water, the flip turn is primarily a speed tactic, because you can go a lot faster by flip turning than just turning around like I do. But since I swim in open water, we don't have walls to push off of and stuff in open water, it's not as critical and important.
All right, Kyle, so I consider myself to be a self-proclaimed Navy SEAL when it comes to loving the ocean, loving just being out there. I mean, I'll frolic for hours.
Totally.
And I need to know, because when I'm swimming, I swim with intensity, but I mean, how do you know which way to go, like in a race in open water, for direction? Do you get yourself turned around? Are you like, how do you know which way to consistently head? Because, I mean, when I'm out there, I mean, you can get turned around really quickly in the open water.
Oh yeah, you definitely can. If I was actually
what's going on?
If I was actually out there swimming by myself, I would be swimming in circles more than likely. But no, when I'm swimming in open water, I swim with a guide. So my guide, for me, he swims on my left hand side, and we have a bungee cord that wraps around my upper left thigh and his upper right thigh, And so then I can feel the tension of the bungee cord pulling to the side. And so I know that that's where my guide is. And so I basically swim as straight ahead as I possibly can. And then what my guide will do is when we come to a turn, so they mark the turns in triathlon with these buoys. When we, like my guide and I'll talk about like, okay, we're gonna, like, we have 3 right-hand turns and a left-hand turn, on this race course. So my guide will, he'll like double tap my my shoulder to indicate to me when we are at the turn. So like as we're approaching a turn, like I know because we've discussed it. The first 3 times that he double taps my shoulder, we're going to be making a turn to the right. And we'll discuss like, all right, it's going to be a hard 90-degree right-hand turn, or like it's, basically going to be a big arcing 180-degree turn, or, it's just going to be a gentle curve to the right or something like that. So yeah, he'll double tap my shoulder to let me know, hey, we need to turn.
And
so yeah,
will you have a different guide for the water, to the running, to the cycling? Will it be a different person, or
nope?
Same person goes the entire distance with you.
Same person goes the entire race. So that's one of the challenges of triathlon is that you have to have, because they have to be a way better athlete than you, because they need to be able to go at your pace and still be able to talk and communicate and do everything.
I mean, what if they're having an off day?
Yeah, so my rule of thumb is on their worst day, they still need to be faster than me on my best day.
So are you training with that person for your like training camp leading up to your race? Or are they like do they just meet you down there?
I've done it both ways. Like, getting, for the Paralympic Games, my guide actually lived here in town in Colorado Springs. So we trained together a couple times, 2, 3, 4 times a week together. And then we trained every single day in like the month leading up to the actual Paralympic Games themselves. This year, my guide, my primary race guide, his name is Zach. He lives in San Diego, so he'll come out to Colorado Springs for a week or 10 days leading up to every race that we're going to do together. And so we'll get like a solid week of training in together, and then go and do our race. But in the past, I have done it before where like I'll just meet my guide at the race, and we'll get like 2 or 3 days of quick little refresher together. So I've done it all ways. It's it's definitely adds an element of excitement.
Dude, are these just like some of the most amazing humans you've ever known? Because this just sounds like one of the most challenging things you could ever do, and one of the most selfless things you could ever allow yourself to go down. Like that journey of guiding somebody. I mean, like you said, you have to be a superior athlete than the person you're guiding, and it must be like a humbling experience too.
Yeah, I mean, I would say all the people that I have been guided by are, they definitely have a level of selflessness for sure. I mean, I've been guided by some incredible athletes, incredible human beings. But yeah, it's a really awesome experience. Now that I'm at the the quote unquote professional level of the sport. My guides, they are, they're compensated the same as I am for, for national team status or, stuff like that. So they receive a lot of the same benefits that I do, like their travel is covered, and like I make sure to cover, like, even if USA Triathlon isn't covering their travel and expenses, then I take on that responsibility and cover my guides' travel and expenses and that kind of stuff. So
you throw them some of them new jalapeno Bubba burgers that I saw you posting about.
you know it, broski. You know it. Yeah,
those sound really good,
dude. I'm so stoked to try. I'm so stoked to try those. So yeah, funny thing about that. So my dad actually like came up with the concept of the jalapeno infused burger about 15, 20 years ago. And so Bubba had this jalapeno infused burger for a long time, and I'm not sure if we're still selling it in stores or not, or if it's just sometimes it's a limited edition. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, or you follow Bubba Burger or Bubba Burger Adventures, you'll see that I just posted a couple weeks ago, or I don't know when it was. It also depends on when we actually release this episode. It could be like 6 years from.
It could be 7 years ago.
Yeah, 7 years ago. You never know.
Back in my day with the jalapeno burger.
Yeah, we so Bubba just announced that we're releasing this summer a jalapeno and cheddar burger. So it's jalapeno
to hit all of your fitness goals.
Exactly. So it's jalapeno. So it's jalapenos and cheddar cheese inside of whole muscle USDA choice chuck premium quality ground beef.
And it took him 15 years to come up with combining the two.
Something like that. I mean, this should have been done a long time ago, just in my personal opinion. So yeah, you betcha I'm going to be getting my hands on some of those at some point. this
and
summer.
how many of those could you crush after a training day like you described on a Wednesday?
How many could I crush, or how many would I want to crush?
Could is the word.
at least 4.
That's what you could do?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I could do.
And then you're going to do like a pint of ice cream after that.
I mean, at least a pint of ice cream, and at least 2 pints.
You said an up-tempo 7-mile run. That's like a gallon of ice cream.
I mean, and then throw on top of that at least two pints of an IPA, man. So just
for
saying.
Sure.
And then wash it down with with 3 fingers of scotch or something like that.
Now will your buns have seeds?
I could go either way. I like if the bun has seeds on it, I'm down. If it doesn't have seeds, I'm okay with that too. So I could go either way on the seeds.
But this will be a gluten-full bun, correct?
100% gluten.
Okay.
I am team gluten all the way, man. I'm team gluten all the way.
All right.
But I will point out all Bubba burgers are gluten-free. So
okay. So we could just have the burger itself.
So you could just have the burger itself, and you could throw it on a gluten-free bun.
Okay.
So yeah. So and I have known many a person that has just eaten the burger as its own, and they eat it like a steak, man. They'll throw a little like salt and pepper on it, and like it's tasty. It's tasty.
Dude, I've gone through many phases where I say no to buns. So I'm not in that phase right now. The scale says I'm definitely not in that phase right now. But there's definitely been some time where I say, you hold that bun. I don't need it. I'm going to eat this like a steak.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. But yeah, so.
Dude, so I want you to know that last week we were about ready to record one of these, you and I was all dressed in my sweater, and I was ready to go. I know you had an intense training day the day before, but I do want the world to know. I want the world to know that I was in my sweater last week for the show.
That is good. And yes, and maybe next time we will actually coordinate a little bit better, and we will each be wearing a sweater or a sweatshirt or just
the thing is, man, I don't.
In it.
As somebody who hasn't seen a sweater or a sweatshirt in 20-something years, I don't know what one is. Like, I don't know what defines a sweater or a sweatshirt. I don't know. Like, so I was like going around my house. I was like, is this a sweater? Is this a sweatshirt? Like, I'm really not that sure. And I don't know how many people are that aware. Like, does a sweater, like, can a hoodie be a sweatshirt? Can it have pockets? Because that's something like I was told, like, oh, that can't be a sweatshirt because it has pockets. So at this point, yeah. See, you don't even know.
I don't know. I think it's open to open to interpretation.
And at this point, because of that,
like,
I'm choosing.
I'm totally on board with a hoodie being considered a sweatshirt. I'm totally on board with whatever. I mean, this is what I'm wearing. This is definitely a sweatshirt.
Yeah. The reason is I'm choosing to call my leather jacket right now a leather sweatshirt. It's my choice. It's my choice.
We'll roll with it, but that might be a stretch. But you do you, and we'll be okay with that.
These jeans that I have on right now are sweatpants. I'm choosing to call them sweatpants.
There you go. Hey, as long as
why are we even
comfy? As long as Hey, let's also put it this way. The leather jacket that for sure makes you sweat. So I guess.
So why are we? I don't even know if we've explained the sweater thing. Why are you a sweater? Why are you wearing a sweater? What makes you personally a sweater?
so yeah, for everyone that is wondering about this, it's because Jared and I we have gone back and forth on this. We have
and back and forth.
We have engaged. We have paid lots of big bucks to deep research. To do market research on this, to come up with just the most badass, incredible name for this YouTube show, podcast, whatever the hell we are.
We're confused.
We're very confused. So we are calling ourselves this shindig the Blind Sweaters.
And why is that?
Well, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. We're both blind, and man, we produce a lot of sweat, whether we're in the gym or whether we're creatively in the studio producing or like something like that. So we put in some hard sweat equity. So we are blind. We are sweaters, man. And
I'm anxiously sweating right now.
Exactly, man. I gotta I have to have my my can of sparkling water right here because I sweat so much that I gotta keep replenishing.
I just need a towel to wipe the sweat off my face.
Whew, man. I mean, let's be honest, Jared. I mean, according to your significant other, you're so darn hot that everyone has to just anytime any of us are in your presence, we gotta just be toweling off the sweat because you make us all sweat.
We need misters, just to put mist on us.
Totally, man. Totally.
Yeah.
We should get try to find a Mister sponsor for the show here.
I could be your Mr. sponsor.
Oh. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff. The show we are calling it Blind Sweaters. So yeah, double entendre there with the the actual sweat, perspiration, the sweat equity that we put in, and I just wanted an excuse to not have to dress up and look good so that I could continue being my lazy athlete self, so that I could just wear a sweatshirt or and then especially when we do shows around Christmas time, I could wear ugly Christmas sweaters,
See, that's the only thing I know is ugly Christmas sweaters. And I'm like, okay, so that's a sweater, but is it only a sweater because it's around Christmas time and it's ugly and has stains on it? Or could I have worn a hoodie on that day? I really don't know.
I mean,
I'm so confused, Kyle.
Well, join the club. like I said, this is open to interpretation, just like everything else in the world these days. So,
Kyle, we've been out of each other's lives for so many years that this reintroduction of these last month, I just need to tell you, I'm this confused all the time.
That's fair.
Okay.
Fair.
But I don't know if you were that aware of that, so I want you to be aware.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean,
could you sense my confusion from 1,000 miles away?
There was definitely, it's been like, I don't know, 10 plus years since we've actually seen each other and hung out with each other in person. And the last time we did hang out, we were in a garage studio, just, jamming for hours.
Were you concerned about me then? About my confusion?
I was 100% concerned about you, my friend. I don't know where you were going. I don't know where you were going. I just knew I was sitting around, jamming on a drum kit, and you were, between sets, Brian Boyhan and I are like chatting, like we're like, oh, what should we play next? And you're just over there on the left, just like shredding away, I guess. And we're like, I guess we're just gonna follow him. Okay.
That's usually how it works.
Yeah,
that's usually how my jams go. It's like there's just two people in a room, and it's like, okay, I guess we're gonna just noodle with him because he's just over there noodling.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. I mean, it was like one of those things where, dude, it's crazy. I remember that.
That's why I just like to play with myself, Kyle.
I'm not going to touch that.
I don't want you to.
Honestly, man, that's one of the reasons I got dude, seriously, there's no one around here at the training center to like jam with, like musically. So like I had to get a looper pedal just so that I could jam with myself.
Are you decent on it, on the looper pedal? Because I mean, that's a skill in itself, says Ed Sheeran. It took a little bit to get used to, but yeah, I got to shoot you over some of the stuff I've done with the looper pedal. I think I'm pretty solid. So I actually, funnily enough, I covered a Junkie Rush song. Really?
And I used the looper pedal and put that up on my YouTube channel. So yeah, I gotta shoot that one over to you, man. That one was
which song did you do?
It Got a Little Strange.
No way.
Yeah, it was. I did it on my nylon string. And I laid down some rhythm on the body. And then I did the. I mean, I'm no Bobby Coble on the guitar. That's for sure. But I did my best impression. That is true. And I'm no Abdias on the when it comes to the trying to lay down that rhythm on the trying to fake my way through. I didn't have a set of.
Abdias even plays that guitar part really well.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's really good on classical guitar. So I even remember hearing him play the Got a Little Strange guitar part at my house when I was growing up. And I was like, oh, okay, so even their drummer can do this perfectly.
Yeah.
I'm just completely screwed.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I did that as kind of a tribute to those guys, because it was such, I remember at that camp that you and I officially met at, 15 years ago. Bobby and Abdias did that song, and I was just like blown away by how good they made it sound. And they weren't using like looper pedals or anything like that. It was just the two of them just like jamming. And so like I was like, man, I'm only one dude. I gotta do something. So I figured out. Like I worked at it for like a month or so, and I finally did it to the best of my ability. So yeah, no, it's just like.
Did you send it to them?
Oh yeah, I sent it to them. They both said it was pretty cool. So.
Dude.
Yeah.
Gotta send it to me.
I'll
holding out on me.
I'll shoot it over to you.
I'd love to hear that.
I posted it up on like Instagram and Facebook last year. I think.
Dude, I am the worst when it comes to the internet. I don't feel like I haven't seen anything on the internet in like 20 years. Like I think I'm still on MySpace, Kyle.
Wow.
Have you ever heard of LiveJournal? That's how I'm getting my thoughts out these days.
Oh my God, I haven't heard of LiveJournal.
How do you listen to music? Pure volume?
You still go and like, you still put in like cassette tapes? Like, what the hell?
Dude, I'm still in AOL chat rooms, getting kicked out of them.
Oh my God, AOL chat rooms. Oh my gosh.
But once you tell me how to use this, once you show me how to use this Instagram thing, maybe I can hear your "Got a Little Strange."
It's on my YouTube channel. I'll text it to you.
What's the name of your What is the name of your YouTube channel? See, this is how bad I am.
I actually don't even know if it's named anything. It's just Kyle Coon.
Dude, how are we gonna make anything ever successful when I can't even read? Like,
It's why we got the man upstairs, man. That's why we got Godberg.
But he's got like
make us successful.
Hey, 2020 up there. Hey, 2020, how we looking? Capiche?
He's probably like, oh, what did I get myself into?
He hasn't said anything in my headphones since we started. I think he ran away.
It's a strong possibility. Okay, man. So we've shifted over to talking like some music stuff and all that. So I actually gotta know. It's like, okay, like so you kind of described your room as like, you got a bunch of guitars and stuff floating around. Yeah. So like my room is just an absolute mess behind me. I've got like, I think I have a guitar sitting on top of a dog crate back there. Like my bed is like pretty messy and all that. But I gotta know, number one, how many guitars do you have? And number two, what are all of they?
Oh, so I've accumulated a lot of guitars over the years. All right. So I started out when I was 13 years old. The first guitar that I got was I went to Guitar Center with my dad and made horrifying noises come out of this amp because I hadn't seen a guitar. I didn't know what. I actually took like 2 acoustic guitar lessons about a year earlier, and I was an ice hockey player, so the acoustic guitar was quite boring in my mind because I really wasn't even a fan of music until I lost my sight. Sure. Like my dad was like, "Hey, why don't you listen to this? This is Heart. This is Pearl Jam. And I'm like, I really just like Cisco and Missy Elliott. Like that's how I like to get pumped up before my hockey games. Yeah. And like I didn't know what a band was. I didn't know any of that shit. So like literally, my dad took me to a Guitar Center. I found a Gibson SG and was just totally like, I could not get over the sound of distortion coming out of the amp. Yep. I was a metalhead in the making. Totally. And it was, I don't know. I came home with it and my dad got me a really nice guitar. He just believed in, I would want to practice if I had something nice. Like he definitely had that mindset even when I was starting out. So he got me a really nice guitar and he wasn't wrong. Like I put 10 hours into it a day, basically. I became completely obsessed. And I'm not sure if I probably would have done that with any guitar at that point. Sure. But that's what I had. And I had a teacher and I played 10 hours a day for a long time. And then I slowly just started getting some more guitars. The next guitar I think that I got was like a double cutaway Les Paul. Nice. And that was awesome until I realized I was such a metalhead and it didn't have like a neck pickup. So I sold it And because I got rid of a few guitars when I was younger because it didn't like fit my style at the time because I didn't really know what style I was or like even that I was a musician because I was just like, oh, if it's not fast, it's not me.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know, man, all I played for years was just metal. Like after I was like, oh, I can shred. So I was like, I'm just going to play Avenged Sevenfold. And so literally, I don't know. I just started getting more guitars, and it became a little crazy. It became a little bit of an obsession.
Sure.
I think at one point I probably had like 20 or 30.
Whew.
I've definitely downsized since then. And the worst time of buying guitars for me was actually like the year that my dad passed away.
Yeah.
It was like it was like buying myself like a present that would like just like get me through like a month of like happiness.
Yeah.
And that's like a really weird and sad way to put it. But like but it was also when my band was going on tour. So I was like, oh, we're playing this pop rock music, which doesn't sound like the metal guitars that I have.
Right.
So I need something that can like kind of do all of these things. So I got into a company called Sir Guitars.
Okay.
That they're amazing. Like they make really awesome Strats. They make awesome Tellys. They make this really awesome modern guitar that to me is like just like a perfect like Les Paul rock guitar. Ooh. But it's kind of like if you took like a shredding Ibanez and a Les Paul and like kind of put them into one. That's kind of what this is. Okay. And it's just like so I played one of those because the producer that I was working with, he recorded with those. And I was just like, okay, none of my guitars sound like this. Yeah. And so that's when I got my first Sir guitar. And I had a little endorsement with them. And they were awesome. And so that's what I toured with. And I played with their amps and stuff like that. Nice. But man, I went to... Because I said I have sold some, but this is the craziest guitar purchasing experience that I have ever had. I went to a store called Vintage King out in LA, and they're an awesome company. They deal with people like producers and studios from around the world. They've just got a great reputation. Yeah. And so I was there to try these Strymon effects pedals. Ooh. And they're like reverb and delay pedals and just effects processors. Like it's 3 pedals that basically are kind of like industry standards for a guitar player to have, like if they're a touring player or even like a studio guitarist. Yeah. They're just the most top-notch effects you could ever hear. Like you play a chord with this reverb pedal and you're just like, oh, that's spa music. Nice. It's that beautiful. Nice. Yeah, it's just perfect. So I went there to try these out because I was looking at like these, the Axe effects and the Kemper and all these like boxes that basically are like all-in-one kind of things that do the amp and the effects all in that. So I was like, I don't just going back and forth. Like, do I want the pedal? Do I want this Kemper? Do I want the Axe effects? Right. So I went to try out these pedals because I knew how great they were. And I mean, they're expensive pedals. Oh, yeah. I left that store with a Strat. Not the pedals. I left with, it's called a TMG. Okay. And that, Taylor McGrath Guitars, I believe. Oh. And he built these guitars out of the Fullerton factory where Fender used to build their guitars. Oh, nice. And that's where he started his company. And I'm telling you, like, it doesn't matter who's played this guitar. Like James Paul Wisner, who's I've done records with, who's an incredible producer and friend. Some of my best guitar playing friends who I met at school. When they play this guitar, it doesn't matter what I'm playing. If I'm playing one of my other guitars and they're playing that guitar, there's no way you can compete with their sound. Wow. It's crazy. That's awesome. It's just when you're on the neck pickup of this thing and you're doing like any kind of lead work, it's literally like it's got like an extra it's got an extra thing to it than it's fuller. It's like a Strat on steroids. It's crazy. I really don't understand it, but I've had it for years, And there's been times in my life where like I'll only pick it up like maybe a few times in that year.
Yeah.
But this past like 2 years, it's my main guitar, and I would just call it my main voice, like my main voice of what I want to sound like. It's not that specific to one thing.
Yeah.
It's just it's very natural feeling. It's like natural to how you would want to communicate the language of music.
Love it. That's awesome, man.
So at this point, like I'm honestly like I'm still willing to get rid of a lot more stuff. Like David and I have sold a lot of gear recently, and we've just been just focusing on what's important. And a lot of times it's not like a lot of the hardware and a lot of the preamps and stuff like that, because it comes down to you really want a simple and effective workflow that can get stuff out quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, with everything.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I mean, yeah, no, it, hang on to a couple of things, because whenever I do come down there, I need to play around with a few, and I might buy one of your electrics or something off of you, because I need to add I only have one electric in my collection right now, so I mostly got acoustics. And my collection is super small compared to yours, man. But yeah, I've got, and my guitars are all spread across the country in my various locations.
Homes.
Yeah.
I have many homes.
my many nomadic stops. So like my Gibson, my 50-year anniversary Gibson Les Paul is at my parents' house. That's my only electric guitar in my stash right now. My GS Mini Koa is at my parents' house, which I really need to get back here to the training center because I love that guitar. And then I've got my Taylor nylon string here at the training center. Then I have my Taylor 210E here at the training center, and then I have an acoustic guitar up in Canada at my girlfriend's place. That's a Godin acoustic guitar, so it's all mahogany, which is beautiful sounding guitar. But yeah, so most of my stuff is like acoustic. So I keep wanting to. I need to add another electric, especially to have here at the training center. So my ears perked up when you said the TMG. I'm like, I like the sound of this, man. So
dude, they're awesome. If I could be like a TMG, I would like to represent them. Like I need more of them. Yeah. I would like to get rid of all of my guitars, and because they have so many different models of them.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I've actually only ever played this one that I was at the store to try out these pedals. But
right.
If they're all got a similar thing to this, it's it was so interesting walking up to the checkout counter, and the guy's like, "Yeah, man, what do you think of the pedals?" I'm like, "This guitar is leaving the store with me right now."
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh," he was like, "A good day for me." But
yeah, man. So,
yeah,
sweet,
dude. Kyle, I gotta ask you, man.
Yeah.
I do, because this has actually really been on my mind, and you were talking about your YouTube channel. And first of all, I think one thing that has definitely been apparent in our conversation is just full transparency. This has been, we really have had no reservations for the things that come out of our mouths. So I think this has been really fun. But I do want to ask you, man, because we've referenced David upstairs, and David, man, he's got a lot on his plate.
Oh yeah.
He's got a lot of hats that he's wearing, that he's doing for a lot, like, because I'm trying to do this channel. I'm trying to do my own channel, and I feel like I keep bringing up this. I keep saying that I'm confused, because I really am. I'm confused on how there's so much work to market something.
Oh yeah.
And there's so much, and the thing is, I really love doing this. I love not just with you, but like I love performing.
Yeah.
I love having a conversation. I love playing music. I love the act of go and do it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
It's all of the other stuff that makes my head spin and feel very, very overwhelmed.
Sure.
And I think that's just the reality of there's not much that I can help with as far as like making new channels, making new logos, making all these things and branding it, and like not just branding like this channel, but like just the hours and hours of just work when it comes to like getting pictures, just simply like that.
Oh yeah, I hear you there.
You know, and I know you do, and that's why I'm like very open to have this conversation like with you like on air, because there's so much that we have to rely on other people to help us with.
100%.
And I don't know about you, but I feel very guilty when it comes to asking, not just for help, but like, it's not even like a guilt thing. It's like a biting off more than you can chew kind of thing.
Totally.
Because focusing on one thing is sometimes the necessary thing than having 10 different things. And it's just like, because at the end of the week, it's just like, well, what have I done for that one thing?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I mean, I get so like last week I spent a lot of my days playing music.
Yeah.
I was with a few dudes playing music on a few different days, and it was awesome because that's what I am, a musician. So
right.
I had a blast doing it. But then I feel like, oh man, this got neglected. Like, and it's so interesting because I'm sure you feel, as Kyle, I'm sure you feel like there's so much to who you are. And there's so much to like what you offer friends, family, somebody who doesn't even know you could be inspired by a certain thing about you that isn't even related to your athletic journey or you know, it could be, like you said, you put together this Junkie Rush cover. Man, I would love to hear that. That's inspiring in itself. And like I've said to you in our last conversation, I have so many passions, I have so many hobbies, and you're like, well, that's a good thing. I know it's a good thing, but I can allow myself to get definitely in over my head when it comes to like the small tedious work.
Yep.
Because I don't have a crystal ball. Like I don't have a crystal ball to fast forward 5 years and to say, if we do blind sweaters and, you know, hire a marketing team to put it out and to do all, like, I don't know where it could go. It could go anywhere. Oh, but yeah. I also, like, at this point in life, at 31 years old, I have the motivation to do.
Yeah.
I don't have the motivation to, you know, go find a PR team to see what they can do, I just don't, like, because for me, it's all about, grinding.
Yeah.
It's all about putting things out. It's all about, so I love the idea right now, and I'm very open-minded. I'm very open to anything with you and I and doing many of these, but I'm very open to the idea of, from the start, like right here, maybe Blind Sweaters is the segment of you and I's channel. Like, yeah. and I'm saying, like, because you're saying you already have a YouTube channel, and I already have a YouTube channel. Why don't we just keep putting these up on our YouTube channels and call it Blind Sweaters versus like, because I can't, I mean, David's made 4 different channels.
Oh yeah, dude.
in the past 2 weeks. And the thing is, I don't know what any of them even mean. Because that's the truth. Because the thing is, they're all Jared Hara. Yeah. They're all Kyle Coon. And for example, like I've made like, I made a sports betting YouTube channel because I'm into sports betting.
Yeah.
And I called it Blind Dog Bets.
Okay.
And I did this because I love betting on the underdog. Mm-hmm. Like I love taking the underdog in sports. Yeah. And, you know, we're all the underdog around here, so got to root for them. So I made this YouTube channel, but then at the same time, I'm like, so now I need to put all this energy into that one, into this one, but they're all under the same umbrella in my mind of just me, you, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I get you.
And I just start to get, dude, this is a really interesting thing. I get overwhelmed when I have nothing going on.
Yep.
In the same sense, I get overwhelmed when I have too much going on.
Oh, dude, I hear you there.
And it's literally the exact same emotion.
Oh, for sure.
And it's like, so my point is this needs to be fun, stress-free, and we need to stay away from the overwhelming feelings. And I don't know how to stay away from that when it comes to making a new channel, because at the same time, I've never made one channel successful.
I hear you there. So there's a lot to unpack here. There's a lot.
Unpack me.
There's a lot to unpack here. So
I'm like an ugly Christmas sweater. Unwrap me.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. So I always go back to so one of my principles in life that my dad, who is, as you know, extremely successful businessman, taught me, and something that my grandfather, who was an extremely successful businessman, on my grandfather on my mom's side, my grandpa Joe, he was an extremely successful businessman. So my grandpa, my dad taught me this really amazing lesson in life, and they both told me time and time again, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, KISS.
just the old KISS principle. So
yeah.
So and when I came to live at the Olympic and Paralympic Training Center, my triathlon coach had a saying that basically was the KISS principle, but it was do simple well.
Yes.
And then what you do is, when you do simple well, you do simple better. And so I've taken those two ideas, the keep it stupid simple, or the keep it stupid, keep it simple stupid, however you want to say it, and the do simple well, and I apply that to what I do. So whatever task you're focusing on at any given time, dedicate yourself to that. So that's number one. So what that basically means is we need to, streamline as many things as possible. So if that means we create one YouTube channel that focuses on our partnership, Kyle and Jared and Kyle, whatever that is, the Blind Sweaters YouTube channel, where we just host this show, or if we decide that it is easier and more streamlined for, say David to drop all of these into a Dropbox folder or a Google Drive folder or something, and so that I can upload it to my channel, and then he can upload it to your channel, then that's fine with me too. So and then and then what you could do, like so like I'm definitely open to both of those.
I'm imagining my channel being like this media platform where like you can go to it and there's this intro that says like the Kyle and Jared show. Like basically the Blind Sweaters is one segment on my channel, and you can get sports betting, you can get cooking, you can get podcasting, you can get all of it. But ours is this ongoing Blind Sweaters.
Yeah. Basically you have the Jared Hara channel. And then what you do is you create on YouTube. It's
like a subgenre,
is a subgenre or a series. So yeah,
exactly.
That's basically what I'm aiming to do on my channel as well. So like my YouTube channel, I have some stuff that relates to my athletics. I have some stuff that is my music, and then I have some stuff that revolves around other stuff, and and this would be part of it, and it would basically be a series. So yeah, I'm thinking along the same lines. I think
that's something. I think that's something we can tackle a lot easier. Like, because honestly, like even that last episode, like I want that out right now. Like, people
100%.
should hear that, and then people should hear this. And the thing is, like, even when I tell people, like, at the gym, they're like, oh, what's your YouTube channel name? Like, for a while, it was just The Blind People Watcher. And I would tell them that, and they're like, they knew my name. And so then they were like, oh, okay, but they would forget that. But they wouldn't have forgotten just Jared Hara. And they will not forget Kyle Coon.
No.
But, like, Blind Sweaters, they're like, oh, do you knit? Like, what are you doing on your show? Like,
no, like, I think what we need to do is, we could do I think it's a great idea where if we just upload this directly to both of our channels. I mean, and
dude, I think so too, and just tag it and promote it.
Yeah, and we just tag and promote this to our audiences, and we continue to grow this. And then look, when the sponsors and the high rollers come knocking down our doors wanting to throw sponsorship dollars and stuff at
when
us.
The all-seeing eye of the illum.
That's when we start to that's when we make it our own channel, and that's when and then that's when the partnership probably breaks up because we're fighting and scrapping over pennies. Who's going to be making $1 billion and who's going to be making 999 million?
Hey, I'll land some good ground and pound, man.
No, man.
No, dude,
I think
honestly,
I think that's the way to go. And so I think so that's kind of my thought. And so here, this is probably a discussion we can have offline. Is it easier for 2020 up there, God, or whatever we're calling him these days?
Hey, 2020.
Is it easier for him to create one channel and upload one video, or is it easier for him to upload this video to your channel and upload it to my channel if I give him access, or is it easier for him to just upload it to your channel and drop it into a Google Drive folder, or what makes it streamlined for the three of us, so that because I'm like you. I like to get on here, perform,
right,
entertain, and I like but for us to do what we do, which is provide the people entertainment and do what we do here, we need the people like Godber and those type of people on the back end, because hey, they're the backbone. They're actually what they make you good looking, and I'm still struggling over here with with my terrible MacBook Air
for sure
camera.
I understand your struggle. No, it really just comes back to, I want to be able to make one thing
100%.
Successful.
100%.
That's really
100%.
And I don't want to be in 6 months from now being like, oh, we spent 10% on this, 10% on this.
No.
If we just honed in on one.
I think 100%. We need to get this up on both of our channels.
Yes.
And we need to, because then what we could do is we can cross promote it, because I've got like, I don't know, I haven't checked. I think I've only got like 25 subscribers on my YouTube channel, man.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I just started mine, and I'm at 40. So like, I want that 40 to hit 50.
Yeah, no, dude, I want to get to 50. I want to get to 100. I want to get to more.
Here,
so.
Kyle, this is the whole show.
Yeah.
You and I are in a race.
Oh God.
Oh, here we go. It's the subscriber race.
Oh gosh.
First to 50.
First to 50.
Set your goals high, man.
Yeah. First to 50 YouTube subscribers. It's on.
Shoot
for the stars. Shoot for the basement here.
Hey, I'm in Tommy Lee's right now, so.
Love it. Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I think let's definitely I think we could definitely add, make this a series on both of our YouTube channels, and that's something that has been done before. So like for example, a fairly famous example is Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. So he has a YouTube channel, and he'll go on other people's YouTube channels and stuff, and they'll send him the video that they recorded on their YouTube channel, and he'll put it up on his YouTube channel, and then it kind of cross promotes and drives people to both channels. So
that's what we need.
I think that's our angle right now.
I think so too. I think for now, I think that's the keep it simple, stupid approach. I truly believe.
Yeah, no,
because I don't want to.
So.
Yeah, I don't want to be like going, a week from now being like, all right, we still don't have that first one up because the channel's not made. Because dude, that was a a good conversation.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, we need to get that.
It should be heard.
Yeah, no, we need to get that up. So, but then here's the question. Would 2020 up there be willing to because I can give him access to my YouTube channel, like, and he can just slap if he can open 2 tabs and upload this video to both of our channels basically at the same time. Would that be easy? Would he be open to doing that? Because frankly, I'm lazy.
I just don't know if our upload speed has been so bad with uploading to YouTube.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll have that conversation off air.
We'll have to experiment and I can try, and like I said, we can just slap it in a Google Drive or something, and I can try uploading from there as well. But yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah, I think that's the strategy for now. So.
All right. Well, let's enough of that boring stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's the boring stuff, man. Come on.
Kyle, do you dream?
Do I dream? Dude, I have dreams that, do I the question? Do I dream? Yes, I never remember my.
Well, I'm starting there. Do you dream?
I dream. I more daydream than night dream. Yes, I do dream when I'm sleeping. I just never remember my dreams at night. So that's why I say I'm a daydreamer, because I like to come up with ideas and schemes and plans and stuff and dwell on them and turn them into visions and goals, rather than just focus on what does that mean about my subconscious or whatever, the fact that I dreamed about a tree, or I don't even know what the hell I dream about when I'm sleeping.
Do you have 2020 when you do dream?
I've never had 2020 vision in my life, so I don't know what that would look like. So yeah, like when I like the few dreams that I have remembered in the past, I do definitely see in my dreams.
Really?
But it's the vision level that I had when I was a little kid. So sometimes that's like I dream in like cartoon land, because that's what I watched as a kid on television.
Is it hard to okay? So for me, I don't see people's faces anymore, like in a dream.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like I can still dream, I feel, but like there's no detail.
Yeah.
Is that kind of similar? Or?
Yeah, I would say that's fairly accurate.
When you daydream, do you daydream with visuals in your mind?
I would say so. I definitely
that's really interesting.
I definitely so there's so you got this concept of if you can see it, you can believe it. So you can extrapolate that to, if you can see it in your mind's eye, then you can begin to believe in it, and then you can actually take action on it and do it. So yeah, so that's where the principles of visualization came from for like sporting success, and stuff. Right. Like people actually visualize themselves, in a race, crossing a finish line or on the medal stand or something like that. So I do the same. So I do the same thing. For whether it's my business goals or visualizing, myself playing the guitar, hitting every note just spot on, or or which never happens.
It never will, Kyle. It never will.
It never will. I just totally I get that. Or whether it's visualizing, myself in a race, or competing at the Paralympics or something like that. So yeah, no, I definitely create visuals in my head. And then one of the interesting things that I do in my visualizations and like my quote unquote daydreaming is especially for my sporting success and like my sporting dreams, and like for triathlon and stuff. I put it in like a video reel in my head, or like and I actually play it out, like and then I put commentary to it. And like my favorite sportscaster growing up as a kid was a radio broadcaster for the University of Florida named Mick Hubert. And so I put his voice calling out the commentary to my athletic dream endeavors. So yeah, that's what I do.
That is deep.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I do. And so yeah, you got to go check out some of like Mick Hubert's calls for like University of Florida football and basketball games. He's got this like his signature is going, oh my. So I'm like, across the finish line, oh my, Kyle Coon across the finish line. Just ridiculousness like that. So
do you have a race coming up that you're getting ready for?
I do, actually. I'll be racing in Yokohama, Japan on May 14th Japanese time, so it'll be like May 13th here in the US.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'll head over to Japan.
Yeah, when do you get there?
I'll fly over. I leave here May 9th. I actually just booked. I just sent my flight info over to our high performance manager at USA Triathlon to book my travel. So yesterday. So we'll leave May 9th. We'll get to Japan May 10th. And we'll spend like 2-3 days, just in the hotel, getting our stuff ready, and go, recon the race course and all that. And then we'll race on the morning of May 14th. It'll be like the evening here in the US on the 13th. Friday the 13th, actually. Oh wow, I didn't realize that.
Good luck.
Exactly. And then I'll fly home on the 15th. So what I'll do is I'll fly to Canada. I'm heading to Canada to spend a week or 10 days with my girlfriend. Straight from Japan. So I'll spend a week, 10 days with her. Then I'll fly back to Aspen to spend some time with my family for like Memorial Day weekend, and then I'll be back here to the training center. So busy time, but we're gonna be recording. We're gonna record a lot more shows between now and then. So yeah.
Dude, I'm just gonna be hanging out here in Tommy Lee's basement. Your life sounds awesome.
You lived this life though at one point. So I basically am living the touring musician life minus the hard partying,
minus punching walls.
Yeah, well, that's never outside of the realm of possibility. But if I punch a wall and I break my hand, then I'm kind of done for until I can heal up again. So try to restrain myself from that.
If you need any recommendations on great physical hand therapists, I can help you out.
Oh, awesome! You never know. Never know. So speaking of hand therapists and just in hand injuries in general. So at the beginning, so January of 2020, I just came off a pretty serious back. I had just come off a pretty serious back injury. COVID didn't exist yet. And so we all were getting ready. We had a big race that was supposed to come up in March of 2020 that was going to basically determine who was going to go to the Paralympics for Team USA, for triathlon. And I'm in the gym, lifting weights, getting swole, all that. And I'm doing reverse step downs with 25 pound dumbbells off of a box. And I don't know how it happened, but somehow I tripped. My shoe got caught, yanked off my foot. I land basically flat on my butt, and my dumbbell, my 25 pound dumbbell, lands on top of my hand, and lands just on the tip of my left middle finger. And initially I didn't think it was that bad, but turns out, I had a compound fracture in my left middle finger. And so they rushed me to the emergency room. They stitched me back together, and then a week later I have to go in and actually have my hand surgically repaired.
Really?
Yeah. So I had what's called a Tufts fracture. And I lost the nail on my middle finger and all that. Had to stay out of the water for a few weeks while my hand, while stitches and everything healed up and all that. But as I'm in post surgery, my doc is like, well, I hope you weren't planning on being a hand model, because that dumbbell definitely torpedoed your career. I was like, doc, dreams dashed.
Yeah, I broke my fourth metacarpal from a boxer's fracture once, so I understand.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a real epic boxing match. I think I lost.
Yep, totally. So, but
dude, I actually have a very similar story to your step up thing from 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I was doing barbell back squat step up, so the bar was on my back, and we were doing step ups onto a bench. And it was 20 reps. So I was probably pretty exhausted by my 18th, because I think it was 90 pounds or something on the bar also for doing step ups. And I completely slipped. My foot just wasn't planted on the bench. And I face planted.
Ooh.
Because I slipped and landed on the bench with this barbell hitting me in the back of the head. And it was awesome.
Oh, yeah. Sounds awesome, dude.
Yeah, it was great. I had some cut up shins. I had a big bump on.
That's why you're confused, my friend.
Dude, I've taken some hits to the head, Kyle.
I trust me, I hear you there.
All right. If somebody who is blind has not taken hits to the head, they have lived a very careful life.
Yeah, you've just been sheltered, and you've probably stayed in sat in one chair in one room your entire life, because
I can tell you honestly, when I was losing my sight and I was still having to convince everybody on playground that I was still just 2020 up there.
Yep.
I took basketballs to the face.
Oh, dude.
It was my job. I was like, oh, rebound for me. Oh, rebound for my face.
Oh, dude, I can't tell you how many footballs to the face, basketballs to the face, baseballs to the face, hockey pucks to the face. Oh man, dude, my face was just it was a constant, it was ball meet face, face meet ball. So
my best with football was a pickup game at playground, in 5th grade or whatever. I was pretty good. I was a good wide receiver.
Totally.
Until I was going out for that Hail Mary pass and didn't realize that there was a tree in front of me.
Oh yeah.
And because I was focused on the football, and next thing you know, smack in the face.
Oh yeah.
And that was fun.
That's awesome.
Dude, I actually, last week, now that we're going down this road, last week I was jamming with some dudes in this Tommy Lee sweet setup that we have here.
Nice.
And I was having some drinks, and literally this is like, just because the lights and everything in this room, I can see some light. I had no idea where the door was to exit this room because it's all kind of like changed up. I was playing for like an hour. I took my headphones off and literally just like went to walk where I thought the door was and kicked my brand new camera right over.
Oh, dude, not the new camera.
The new camera that I told you, I was like, hey man, I got this nice camera. It hit the lip and got super pitted.
Dude.
Yeah, but
yeah, guys. Oh yeah, we should probably tell people. Yeah, apparently Jared's girlfriend is it fiance now though? Yeah.
I think I gave her a new title.
Yeah. So Jared's fiance is like, man, you look better on that camera. You look better on camera than you do laying in bed next to me, and Kyle just looks ugly. So,
and I was like, you take that back right now. Kyle is beautiful.
Nah, man. So, no, just
I slept on the couch that night.
No, so yeah. Eventually, people, I will upgrade the camera equipment when
who cares? Who cares?
Exactly. So maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I think it kind of adds a little spicy element to this. So
Kyle, like I told you, I sold a bunch of gear and I got a camera that I will never be able to appreciate.
That is very true.
I sold gear that is sound based and got something that I'll never be able to appreciate. Go figure.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm wearing like a pair of $15 headphones, like a headset that I got off of Amazon. So I mean, seems to be working all right.
We'll take it.
We'll take it, man. We'll take it. Oh,
Kyle, this is fun, man.
Right here.
I feel like I could talk just forever. Like I feel like if we don't set like some bit of a time, we should never set a time limit, but we just need a way to say.
Yeah, we do need
goodbye.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, man.
Blum, 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 blum.
We need to we need to have some type of like music or something. Like.
David just needs to play us off like we're Will Smith at the Oscars.
Yeah. No slap this time. No slap though.
Yeah, David, no slaps.
No slaps.
David, David, if you walk up on stage, I expect a knockout punch.
Yeah, no slapping, dude. Just straight up punch. Like, yeah. Put your body into it, man.
Just go for a double leg and take us down.
Something like that. That'd be awesome. No, man. Yeah, no. Yeah, like I said, we're figuring this out. We'll get the introduction down. We'll get the outro down. But yeah, no,
I'm not too concerned, man. I feel like we have this pretty figured out.
I think
this
so.
has been been fun, man.
Totally, bro.
Till next time, my friend.
Till next time, broski. Everyone out there, keep sweating.
Yeah, get that sweat lodge on.
We'll be back at the sweat lodge soon, y'all.
Yeah, see ya.
See ya.